everyone. We're going to call to order our Beechwood Board of Education meeting for today, November the 10th. Lori, would you like to do
Mrs. Berger.
Here.
Mr. Burns.
Here.
Mr. Hood.
Here.
Mrs. Slate.
Here.
Mrs. Wood.
Here. Okay. First of all, I want to welcome everyone for coming tonight. We have a lot of recognitions, a lot of exciting things going on. Beechwood, our volleyball team, all A state champions. Yay. Beechwood marching band, state championship. Lily Park, cross country, state champion. And our superintendent winner, Jen Dawson. But I will turn it now over to Mr. Kaiser, and he can go into more detail.
First off, excited to extend the second superintendent award this year to Jen Dawson. She was nominated by Natalie Grinsteiner. I'm going to read Natalie's nomination when she put that into the Google form. Ms. Dawson is always looking for ways to challenge herself to become a better teacher. It may be taking continuing education classes, researching the latest curriculum models to best teach kindergarten, learning more about the science behind what we teach, or sitting up late at home, searching for new ways to teach and reach our kids. She has a desire to learn and bring what she has learned into our classroom in our district. She sees each child as an individual and strives to meet them where they are. She takes the time to differentiate the needs of our class academically. There's always a wide range of learning styles and knowledge levels in kindergarten. Ms. Dawson does a wonderful job creating an environment that allows all students to learn, feel safe, loved, and can be challenged to grow. Working directly with her has helped me to become a better teacher, learner, and leader. Beechwood is blessed to have her teaching our young Tigers. And I know when we put this out there on, I think, social media, it was reported that there were many, many comments on this one. So Ms. Dawson, who's well-loved within the building, also well-loved within the community, excited to be able to present this award to her. So you want to come on up?
Yeah.
I know you didn't. You always wear red.
It was dirty today. I was with the dogs. I had to change my shirt.
The award, the cool part about that, the award she receives, the award that she got, the trophy, is designed by the Idea Lab class. And so our middle grades make those little trophies that each 3-piece person gets. Next up, we have Senior Lily Park.
Yeah.
During her incredible career at Beechwood, she has won MVP, NKAC Runner of the Year, Cincinnati Enquirer Runner of the Year, Tri-Sport Athlete Award, 10-time state champion in individual events and two-time state champion in relay events in both cross country and track, and has been a member of 4 state championship teams in cross country and track, and is the state record holder for the 1600 and 800 in track. So not too many things that she's I mean, other than that, I mean, it's Lily Park. She's pretty much established herself as a legend at Beechwood. She's a legend on the streets of Fort Mitchell too, running. I think I see her almost every day running. So, congrats.
We gotta spread this bread out.
We're good.
So proud of you.
Proud of you.
Congratulations.
Next up, we have the Beechwood Marching Tigers, their 12th Kentucky State Championship. I know we have our senior band members here, and Mr. Brawley as well as Ms. Starks here too. All right. Here are our senior band members. We have Julian Sandberg, Haley Nordmeyer, Sam Higgins, Noah Perkins, Simon Cullison, Colin Carr, Catherine Lillard, Maddie Hoops, Jack Izor, Douglas Jacobo, Jesse Roberts, Reese Thompson, Abby Houston. It's the band. People make light of it, but they are here. I even talked about them a little bit with Austin, the most recent podcast, and we had a really great conversation. If you haven't listened, it's really good. Austin offers some really good insight on just the work, the planning, everything that goes into the band. So you have the Marching Tigers themselves, you have the directors, you have all the assisting lessons people and specific guard helpers and all that stuff. Then you have the band parents, who are the boosters. It's an army. And 12, I think it's third in the state third place. I think Lafayette and maybe Adair, then us. They're catching up on the football Tigers in regards to state championships, so that's pretty cool. And just very proud of you guys. So if the seniors and Mr. Brawley and the Starks want to come on up and get a picture, congratulations. We might require people to take some notes.
Somebody, have some sit here.
It's
open.
There you go.
Get as many on there as you can.
Let's go down. There was more words. I'm sorry.
Way to go,
Good job.
Congratulations.
So in this year's state championship, I know that they scored the highest score ever in Beechwood's history, I believe, with a 91 point something. And I always throw out the question, would they have beaten Lafayette or maybe Ryle this year? And they're modest, like, oh, that's a different class, but I think they probably would have. So a great performance. Congratulations to the Marching Tigers. Next up, we have the All-A Volleyball State winners and coaches. We have 9th Region Coach of the Year, Matt Long. And Shane Lewandowski's here. Coach Lewandowski. And I know you have other coaches here. Any other coaches here? No, just okay. So the list is, all these programs have lists that are long, another long list of accomplishments in this year. We knew this team was going to be pretty special, and so they did not disappoint. So first, Kentucky All-A State Championship. It's a huge deal. So congratulations on that. NKAC Division II champions, most wins in school history with 33 wins. Highest ranking in Kentucky at number 4 in the entire state, all classes. First regional semifinal since 2017. We have some individual awards within this team. We have Maggie Dawson, who was the 2025 9th Region All-Tournament Team. Isabel O'Brien, 2025 9th Region All-Tournament Team, and 2025 KVCA Second Team All-State. Skylar Estep, 2025 KVCA All-State Honorable Mention. And as I mentioned before, Coach Long with the 9th Region Coach of the Year. Talk about building a program for the record books. I mean, this is a legendary year. You girls should be really proud. Every year that comes after this is built on your all shoulders. So you seniors especially, good work. I know I interviewed a couple of you as well. Just really great to hear your story this year. So come on up and let's get a picture. Congratulations.
Y'all are tall.
Congratulations.
Somebody take a seat. Pile as many people on there as you can.
Congratulations.
How are you? Oh, Matt. Good? Good to see you.
Congrats.
Good job, buddy. It's been a while. Doing all right? Good.
Our heat
I
is
put
on.
54 Beechwood.
I try to get to December 1st every year. Erica's not pleased. I don't think we're going to.
Oh, it's not on because you did.
Because of me. Yeah.
You all are more than welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting. However, if you want to exit at this time, you're welcome to do so.
Slow down.
We will not be offended, of course, but.
Anybody sign up?
They always take advantage.
They take advantage. But it's a long day. And then it was.
So what is this parade at 9:30? You just leave school?
All the kids just line up there, they're gonna go out of class, they're gonna go out on street for. Veterans Parade from the swim club to here.
Public comment? No? Okay. All right, we'll move on to our discussion and action agenda. Oh, well, hold on one second. We need to make a motion to amend the agenda to rebid a component of Phase 6C project. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay.
Oh, Mrs. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Hood?
Yes.
Mrs. Slate?
Yes.
Mrs. Wood?
Yes.
Okay, and then we will take a motion to reject the bid received from Miter Masonry.
I'll make the motion to reject the bid from
I'll
Miter
second.
Masonry. Did you
Yes.
want to?
Do you want to go in detail about that?
Yeah, just briefly, so MITRE put their bid in with the lowest bid, but they did not bond that bid. And so what that means is when a contract sum exceeds $100,000, the contractor shall furnish a bond that like protects. So if the contractor ever, this is MITRE Masonry, would ever say, okay, we're out here, we're leaving, we're not going to finish the project, they wouldn't be on the hook. And so this keeps them on the hook. And so since they did not provide that, furnish that bond, we're not going to go into contract with them. We're going to open it up for rebidding, and the winning masonry bid will be the next contractor. So it just protects us. It's also part of law that as a public institution and a school that we're not allowed to enter something like that. So just allows us to rebid it out. The best part about this is that the masonry component of the project is not till later. So it's not like, oh my gosh, is this gonna bump us back or anything? Masonry doesn't come till the spring, so it's not a major issue.
Anyone have any questions? Pretty straightforward.
Okay, Mrs. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Hood?
Yes.
Mrs. Slate?
Yes.
Mrs. Wood?
Yes.
Motion carries on to the next item. Motion to allow Codell to rebid the masonry component of the Phase 6C project. Take the motion.
I'll take the motion.
I'll second.
Mrs. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Hood?
Yes.
Mrs. Slate?
Yes.
Mrs. Wood?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, now back to regular business. All right, on to our next item, the CATS offer. Take a motion to approve the CATS offer of $17,214.
I'll make a motion to approve the CATS offer for $17,214.
I'll second.
Do you have anything to add to that?
CATS offer is just the technology offer from the state. They look at how much every school in the state has spent on technology in the past year. They put that together, then they reallocate for the next year. The offer that they gave us was $17,214. It's a little lower than last year. In order for us to use that, we match it. So every year, this year, that $17,000 will be matched by us with 17, and that'll all be used to replenish Chromebooks. And we use that offer every year, I believe, to replenish our Chromebooks.
Yeah,
So-
it goes towards that. It's This is the first offer. We'll get one more in the
Yeah.
spring.
Do we know what that amount will be?
No, it's usually similar to this one, but there's no guarantee. It's usually the similar.
In the past, it's been around 25 total.
Total?
Yeah,
So it's up a little
So
bit.
25 from you and us, so yeah. Total 50.
Anybody
It's
have
a
any
little
questions?
high.
Yeah, it's higher this year, wasn't it? 'Cause it's usually around 12. I think the past couple of years, it's been 12 each offer.
Ready? Mrs. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Hood?
Yep.
Mrs. Slate? Yes. Mrs. Wood?
Yes.
Motion carries on to our consent agenda. I'll take a motion to approve the consent agenda as written.
I'll make the motion.
I'll say, okay, Laura will.
I'll second.
Okay, anything you want to take out of there with specific consent?
The use of facility, the Tri-State Ensemble, that's a lot of our band members are in that trombone ensemble that'll use the auditorium one night. Longhorn softball, those are all Beechwood kiddos. Spartan practices, that usually occurs playoffs every year. Taylor County, one of Alston's relationships, they just use our field for a few minutes before they head up to their competition. It's kind of like on the way. And then Ed Camp, Northern Kentucky is I think it's KDE now sponsors Ed Camp, Northern Kentucky. I think her name's Amelia Brown. But they're going to do a PD for all of Northern Kentucky here on site in the fall of 26. It's on a Friday night. I don't know how people are going to do a PD on a Friday night, but they're doing it, and it's not on a football night, so it's an empty night on campus here. So we would host that. And then field trip, you see the All-State round 2. I think it's down in, Hardin County usually.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to hit the bus rental rate increase?
Yeah,
Just-
that would be it.
That is, we allow our buses and our drivers kind of to be rented by Southgate. Southgate's a very tiny district. We're small, but they're way smaller. And we let them use our bus and our drivers when they have a couple field trips to the zoo or to the Taft Theater, and we rent that to them. Over recent years, other places rent and driver rent has increased, so we've matched ours to match Kenton County schools. And it would just be similar to those other districts.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay.
Mrs. Berger?
Yes.
Mr. Burns?
Yes.
Mr. Hood?
Yes.
Mrs. Slate?
Yes.
Mrs. Wood?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries on to superintendent's report.
Great. Excited to be able to, as a kind of our series of learning programs at Beechwood and what goes on inside the walls. Excited to be able to share the English learner update with Tiffany Rudy, who's newer to Beechwood, and excited for her to share all the interesting and cool programs she's brought to Beechwood to support our English learners. So Tiffany's going to come up with Lawrence Dalton Camp, and they're going to present all the different ways in which they support our kiddos.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lawrence Camp. Obviously, I oversee a couple of different programs here at Beechwood, one of them being the EL program. And what I'll share with everybody here before we get started, Tiffany's gonna take the lead on sharing all the work that we have done and some of the trends that we're seeing in our EL program. But what I would like to share with the group is just how grateful I am to be in this position as a district admin and having the opportunity to learn and grow within the capacity of the EL program, because it's not necessarily where my education and my experience lies, but I've learned so much, and I will tell you that it's become quite a bit huge passion of mine to continue this work with Tiffany and our past teachers and coordinators throughout the district. So I'm just glad to be here. And Tiffany's gonna walk us through.
So we're the team.
Obviously.
Hello. Lauren and me. So thank you.
Yeah, I'll do this part. You don't have to do that part.
Oh, perfect.
I got
Oh,
you.
that'd be so helpful.
I got you.
Thank you. We prepared some slides so that I could keep on track. No. All right. So the EL program. What does EL stand for? English Learners. We are in Beechwood. We have currently the population is 57 students across the grade levels K through 12, and then we also have some recently redesignated fully English proficient students in the district K through 12. So the red shows the population per grade level, and the blue shows the RFEP students. So you can see that we have a higher population of students in the elementary, lower in the high school. we have 6. I like to do this slide where I ask you how many languages do you think we have at Beechwood, but I didn't get to do that. So there it is, 6. We have 6 languages represented at Beechwood: Spanish, Gujarati, Mandarin, Shona, Hakachin, and German among our active English language learners. And then we have 5 more represented among those RFEP students. Now, why are those RFEP students mentioned? Because it's a requirement, it's federal law to monitor them in the state of Kentucky, also to monitor them for 4 years after they exit the program.
That's what these are students who've exited the program. They made it through.
Yeah, blue, they exited, we're monitoring. Red, they're actively receiving services through our district.
Blue ones are still students here.
They are still
Yes.
students in K-12. We just
Great
didn't put
question.
them in.
And what does the 1, 2, 3, and 4 indicate?
Year.
Oh, the year, got it.
So these students had exited last year.
Got it.
So you see we had a very large population of students exit last year, which is huge. And then 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and 4 years ago.
And the goal is to get all students full.
Okay.
That's our goal.
Yes. So then, as they come in, that is the goal. And how language acquisition works is approximately 1 to 3 years it takes to gain a language socially. That social foundation in language where you can ask someone if they went to the movies or they seem like they understand language pretty proficiently. As a teacher, we can get confused if we don't understand that academic language takes 5 to 7 years to develop. So the trend of seeing less students in high school is amazing. So that's looking really great in my opinion at Beechwood. So yeah.
What's the threshold for placing a student into the program? Like if we have a student that speaks some degree of English, but what's the threshold where we put them in?
Yeah, what's that thing that qualifies them for the program? What a great question. So what we do is we look at this is federal law. So we look at their enrollment forms, and there's a portion of the enrollment form that has 4 little questions that ask about your home language. And if you answer any of those questions as yes, if you learned it as your first language, if your parents speak it in your home, or these kind of questions, then it is a requirement to assess the student for their English language proficiency. So then, if they're tested and qualified to the program, then they become an English learner and receive program services.
Okay.
Yeah, some are tested and they don't qualify, and so we make sure that those are adequately listed as well. So we thought this would be an interesting thing to add to this because we've had a steep increase in the population of the EL students. Before I came here, there was only about 37 students in the program 6 years ago, and now there was 73 last year, and now we have 57. So you can see that from the 37 to the 57, 38, I can't remember the number exactly there, but it's a huge increase. And what the drop, wow, we had so many exit the program last year. As a teacher, I like to have about 10% of my students exit every year, but this was 18%, I believe. So I was just blown away, and we have had some students move away too, but that was in my opinion the reason for the drop.
And when we talk about the students that qualify and students that exit out, it is a combination of factors that you can't always predict, or it's year to year to year. But the trend, I think the biggest thing to take from this slide is that the trend is that our numbers are overall growing, which is why I think it's such a great thing that the district is focusing on our exceptional populations.
Yes. Okay. So there we go. The 18% attainment rate on that test of English language proficiency. It is called WIDA, Access for ELs, and it's a language assessment that 42 states across the nation use, and Kentucky is one of them. So we thankfully get to compare the data for students that move in from other states very easily across the nation. So yeah, 18%. Like I said, if I have 10% as a teacher, this is my 20th year of teaching language learners, and if I get that 10%, oh my gosh, this is amazing, right? But so 18 was blowing it out of the water. So I was like, wow, being at Beechwood is amazing. Last year was my first year. So who knows? But like I said, 10% is my goal. But we did find out that the Kentucky average last year, we asked them, it is 9%. So
And I'll say real quick, and historically, just as a review, we've Beechwood has maintained around a 9% pass rate or above the last several years. We had 1 year where we had a smaller percentage, but we have been on par, if not exceeding, the state averages, which I think just speaks a lot to all the things we're doing. But yes, just want to share that.
Yeah. So when we look at the access, it tests academic language, not really that social language that I was talking about. It does address it a tiny bit because that's important in your foundation of language learning, but it assesses academic listening. So your listening, it has 4 different sections: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and it assesses them in academic terms. So it'll give them a passage, or they'll have to listen to a science teacher and then answer questions about that for their listening. So the reason I put this here is to see that growth is just as important in language learning as attainment. Attaining English language proficiency is amazing, but we have to look at growth, because if it takes 5 to 7 years to learn a language academically, if we're not looking at growth, then we're going to have a hard time finding success, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had you can go to the next slide.
Yes.
Last year we started this one. We started the EL end of the year award ceremony, and we called it a big celebration, and it ended up being a big celebration. Mm-hmm. So many families came, and everyone got to be recognized for some type of growth, and so that was a lot of my students haven't received awards because they are not on grade level, or they haven't been able to show what they know because of their language barrier. But so that was a special thing to show the growth across the school, K-12. And then we also have been starting since January, started a coffee and conversation, café conversación if you speak Spanish. And last Friday we had coffee and conversation. 5 different languages were represented,
Mm-hmm.
and I taught them how to teach their children how to read if they don't use English. How do I help my child at school learn how to read if they do not understand the language that's coming home? So I prepare topics, and then it guides our informal conversation about different things that you need to know if you're in a different country, the different expectations that aren't the same from country to country. Okay, and then we also this year started. We get to participate in the peer mentor program. So some seniors that have signed up to be peer mentors, they got assigned to be EL peer mentors, and this wonderful senior working with these 2, I mean, in his football dress, dressed for playing, I can't.
That's the cutest.
See, I don't have words. I am an English teacher, I promise. So there's just a lot of things that we've been doing to engage the community. When the community feels supported and safe, they'll participate. And that's what my goal with these things is.
And I'll just say, just like the EL peer mentor, Mike previously was kind of focused on our special education population. And then we saw an opportunity here at Beechwood that most districts don't have, because you're not on campus K through 12 or preschool through 12th grade. And then it was like, some of our peer mentors might do really well in the preschool program, and they might really enjoy that. Why would we not expand? We did that last year and the year before. And then through collaboration and communication, we were like, we have some students that might also be willing to be EL peer mentors. So like our high-level Spanish speaking students that might have a study hall, or maybe take that off the plate. They just are interested in being a part of our peer mentor program, focused now on EL. So we've expanded some of our exceptional population opportunities for students that are in our building to work with their students in our community. And I think that's pretty amazing. And that was something we just started this year. So wanted to highlight that.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
It is
Ooh.
amazing.
Okay, we are going to do the overview, even though it is crossed out. Sorry about that, about the formatting on that. So this is basically a quick synopsis of my job. I think of it as 4 different areas. I support students, I support staff, and I support families, and I do assessment. So you can see that I work with the elementary and I work with the high school students. I do pull-out groups out of their classroom for the little elementary little guys, and I have a full period of students for high school support, and then I also monitor those students that are not actively in my classes but are still low enough that they haven't exited the program. Those are called consultation students, and then I monitor those students that have been recently redesignated fully English proficient. So then I work with teachers and staff. We collaborate. The counselors and I try to do a lot of work together. We've got 1 in 5 coming into my high school classroom to talk about mental health issues with students in my population. I'm basically serve as a liaison between teachers and staff. Teachers and staff. That's the same thing. Teachers and families. So, for example, the cultural differences in a home can be they're very different expectations. So, if a teacher doesn't understand that the family's expectation is different than the teacher's and vice versa, then we're walking in different directions. So I try to explain the differences to both sides. Yes, and then assessment, like we talked about before. Thank you.
That's it.
That's great.
Some really great work has been happening, not just this year, but last year and the years previous. I'm pretty proud to be a part of that work and to share with you guys today as a district. So thanks
Do
for
you have any
listening.
questions? Does anyone have any more questions? No.
Thanks for sharing and for being here.
I know as part of the EL innovation team that I was a part of for 1 or 2 years, we have innovation teams, one of them being English learners. One of the kind of our pillars, our 3 pillars that we ask ourselves, and we want to make sure that we ask our families and our kiddos. We have 3 questions. The first one is, do I belong? The second one is this meaningful? And the third one is, can I do this? Our goal is for every student, English learner, or any student, is they should be able to answer yes to those questions before they leave Beechwood. Do I belong? So how do you make students and families have a sense of belonging? You invite them to Beechwood. They need to understand that they're welcome here and they're part of the community. So that's the do I belong. Is this meaningful? We have to show them that there is meaning. We have to recognize, reward, show them that their peers, other students just like them, are achieving. And then can I do this? It's that building that confidence, not just in the EL, but in every class. And so just Tiffany supporting kids through those 3 kind of concepts. If we can get them all to answer yes to those 3, then we've done our job. So that's kind of a mission goal for us. So thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Lauren, for all that work. Next up, finance report.
Well, if you look through it, there's no surprises. We are really on pace with the budget as far as I can tell. There's a few things that we knew were going to be a little higher this year than prior years, like utilities is up. And we expected that, so the budget was increased on that line item. So I feel like we're still in line with the budget.
Revenue's a little low because we haven't received taxes yet.
Yeah, we received some, but it goes to the restricted fund, and then we'll get some more. We just got a little bit in October, we'll get some more in November. So you'll see that level out in the next month. So that is,
Salary, we're running a little lower with certified salary this year because we expected to be higher because of the raise. But we had some retirements, and so it kind of balanced that out. We thought salary would be higher. No, it's balanced because of some of those retirements that occurred. If you look at outside services, has shifted to property services because citywide, Christy felt it would be better placed in property services. So you see maybe
there's
a
actually an
flux
account
there.
called like janitorial services or something like that. I can't remember, it was being coded somewhere else. That'll all align by, January is when all that was redone.
And then the auditors are going to come, they've finished, they're going to come in January to share out.
Yeah, the audit is complete and been submitted. They actually extended the deadline, but we had ours done by the normal deadline. It's gonna be, good news, so that's good. And they will present it in January. They just couldn't make this meeting or December's meeting, so we have to push till January for them to present. I think y'all were here for that last year, were you? Or maybe not. They usually come in December, so.
Maybe I was just present. We got a
I
copy
think
of
I
the
was
audit.
there.
At the audit, you guys were here when the audit, but when it took place, I guess.
Did we? Yeah, I was
the-
thinking
yeah.
you were maybe too, but maybe they didn't.
Yeah, I know I got a
January
written
last year,
copy
too.
of it. Must have been January.
January.
They might have done it in January then
It's
too.
your very
last year.
first meeting.
Yeah, I think it was actually. Handed a 100-page packet.
Riveting.
Yeah, exactly.
Study it.
Exactly. So, be good.
Some other items for superintendent report. First thing, I reviewed this with the staff, just to show just the sheer number of, you can look here. First quarter recap, just awards, honors. You see, we've recognized some of those, but I'm not gonna read them all. Some of the cool things, that 77.8 pass rate for AP is awesome. Preschool 5-star rating. The 3 kiddos who are national merit semifinalists. 2 of them were already here tonight for the band recognition. You see all of our teachers and coaches being awarded with outstanding or coaches of the year. So just some great things that are occurring at Beechwood. So cool stuff there for awards and honors. And then we have another slide here of new initiatives. These are all the things that are new this year that between July and now. The 3 Ps where I was able to meet with every staff member. Superintendent award. The classroom visits through the whole district, the 2x2s with you guys. The new scoreboard, all the Phase C stuff starting. SAT is now, we're now in SAT school through the state. The Edge 13 program, that'll be presented out here the next couple, I think, Jim, what are we presenting that in January? Yep. Edge 13. Just our GT program, PTP GT with Ashley, and you saw her present. EL, family nights, coffee conversations, Tiffany's, you saw her presentation. Ray Buck doing the newscast, MTSS process to do a more consistent intervention in elementary. Just a lot of great things going on at Beechwood. And my Tiger Nation podcast. So I'm very proud. It's only 2.5 hours. I shared it with you. It's on Spotify today.
Is it really?
It's 2.5 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Is it 2.5 hours? 2?
Just over 2, just over 2.
It's just really wet in the appetite.
Did you think it was?
You have to do it in phases.
So next goal
Long
is,
walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It is a really
yeah,
long.
goal's 45 minutes. We'll give that. We'll trim it down to 45 minutes. Then visits. You see quite a few visits. We just had just today, Putnam County. Just last week, Fleming County. Fleming County is going to come back this end of this week and participate in our defensive learning for seniors. And so just the amount of collaboration. I know a couple other schools, Greenup County, just want to learn more and do the site visit and learn from us, which we're going to reciprocate. We're going to go to Fleming County and look at their local accountability model. So great collaboration and amongst districts. So it's fun to be a part of that. November newsletter came out this weekend. We coupled that with a survey. We just sent the survey out to the district community. We sent it out to all staff and students, tailored to that kind of that stakeholder, and that will drive feedback. That's feedback on the 3-year strategic plan, which will then drive our local accountability dashboard, which we'll be able to share what people want. The local accountability dashboard premise is from the state of Kentucky. They want each school district to be able to share the stories that that school district wants to know more of. What does the community want to know, and how do we tell them? And so this dashboard will, we have actually our innovation team is going to help put that together. So sometime in the spring, we'll be able to produce that. That's going to be 1.5 years, 2 years prior to when the state's going to require it. So we're well ahead of the game. We're very far ahead of the game in regards to the content that we're going to put in that dashboard. It's just basically taking all the stuff that we're already doing that the state is asking for and sharing it. And so this will allow us to do that. That's why you see all these visits. It's a lot of schools, they're not worried about sharing it, they're worried about what do we do to share. So they're several years behind where we are, so we're proud of that work. But the work of this year is to be like, okay, what type of platform do we put together so our community understands all the different things that are going on at Beechwood. The last gallery walk I did at the superintendent, the initial superintendent, a lot of the 5 pillars of the 3-year strategic plan, we asked for feedback in each one of those areas. A lot of the feedback we received are things that we're already doing. People just don't know a lot of the great stuff that's going on, so we have to do a better job to provide that information, and that's one of our big priorities this year. So that survey went out. We'll use that to drive what information and content goes on that dashboard. Phase C, we had our initial Phase C construction meeting today. Toad Vine is kind of the domino, that's the bleacher company. They have to get all their plans and preps and measurements. Once they unveil that, then that domino falls and then demo can begin. And so they said it's a few weeks for them to get all their plans and drawings and everything because they couldn't start that work until it was official. They start those drawings, then the demo and the GC can get in and work with them to get that work started. So we're a few weeks before. Talked to the GC today. He said I can go in and demo, but if I demo now and get that work done, then it's going to sit there and it's going to get wet and muddy. He's like, I'd prefer, and this is Brillmeyer GC, I prefer to do it about a week ahead before, when their plans are ready, they won't be ready to move. So once they're ready, you give me 3 days and I'll get it demoed. And so he said, just give me a week and a half, 2 weeks before they're ready. So that'll give them a window to fit that demo in. He said that will last very well.
Is that the work on the bid that was submitted or all the items that we were talking about?
That's only on the
On the
contractor's
bid?
part,
Okay.
yeah. And so what we have to do, Joe's gonna work with Toad Vine on the back end. Those projects are not as pressing as that. We want that press box for the baseball and the softball.
That, with the spring.
Spring stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're coming back to the, okay.
Mhm.
Do we have a timeline of when we're coming back? When Joe might have an answer for us?
For the other bleacher areas, like the football and
I know he's
the
got a
end
couple
zone
weeks,
and
but
everything, I'd say by the end of November. I don't want us to slow Toad Vine down. I said, well, you wanted us to do this.
right.
But they
Yeah.
know it's kind of, they know, okay.
Veterans Day tomorrow, parade, 9:30 parade. Starts at Swim Club, runs to Beechwood, it's the high school and the elementary. District walkthroughs tomorrow, so anyone's welcome to join. Teachers, we've asked to join as well. It's our central office does walkthroughs. This Thursday, we have our next 2x2 with Jeannie and Kyle. They'll be coming in. We'll also be doing defensive learnings for the seniors on Thursday and Friday. Other items, superintendent's report. New hires, long list of coaches for the winter sports, new second shift custodian, and then we sent out, we got together today because of the snow and we have all of our communications through inclement weather listed out. So we're prepared for that if we would ever have to. I know that was to much of the dismay of many youngsters that we didn't cancel school today for first snow, but we were confident that the ground was warm enough. So I would have loved to have given it, but I'd rather have it
Thank you
now
for
than
not.
warm.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I know as a working parent, it's
Was
tough.
this with the long
It's
weekend? Thank you for having school.
Was anywhere delayed or off
I
to
didn't
that?
hear one.
I did hear that the traffic was very.
Yeah.
Because they weren't all the salt trucks or something.
Yeah,
and so,
okay.
mm.
So that's superintendent report.
Okay, thank you. Okay, our next item is, we'll take a motion to go into closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session. Will you read what it's for?
I'll second it.
KRS 61.810 to discuss pending litigation.
Mrs. Berger,
Yes.
Mr. Burns,
Yes.
Mr. Hood,
Yes.
Mrs. Slate, Mrs.
Yes.
Wood. Yes. Thank you.
I'll make a motion